Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
Righto. What's going on here?
Oh, sir, I'm arrested. Oh! Oh!
And thus will be the outcome of all fiat that fights against Bitcoin. They will ultimately get slapped. Wow, it's so dark. Does this video not replay? There we go. Welcome back, guys. Overwhelming majority of you, I think, was kind of divided. A lot of you would like to see a market update, so let's try and make it a little bit interesting. Now, there's been some news from JP Morgan, big bank, big central bank, saying Bitcoin is bad, Bitcoin's bad. So the problem is that a lot of people will see that don't know anything about Bitcoin and will turn them off. Just my cousin looked into Bitcoin and the JP Morgan thing was the first thing he found. So that's a bit of a shame. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Why is triggers up 92%? I've looked at this a while back. I thought that the idea was kind of ridiculous. But it's pumping, right? It's pumping loads. And if you have a look at their website, it's because in 3 days they plan to burn a lot of the coins. So the idea is that if the total supply is a lot lower, then each of the coins will be more valuable because there's less of them. It's kind of a weird strategy to do. I understand it from a let's make some money point of view, but from a business point of view, it's like paying for promotion. Can you let your product speak for itself, or do you need to have other things to get you going? And so the product itself is creating an infrastructure for smart gun technologies via blockchain innovations. Patent pending. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty a big deal to have a patent pending if that's true, because they're very expensive. Just notice the format's wrong there in the writing. So yes, there could be a market one day for a blockchain that will, you know, shall we say, monitor smart guns in the future. Do we need that now? Do we need a coin for it now? I'll let you decide. But yeah, bit weird. So many of these coins, they're not going to be here in a few years. I really like to talk about Bitcoin. I find it wholesome. It's like eating good food, talking about Bitcoin, and then all of these other altcoins, not all of them, but a ton of them. They're just like eating fast food. It's not good for you long term. It has some good feelings and it tastes good sometimes, but it's just not the best thing for you. But what's interesting, at least what I find more interesting and what's grown the most in the last 24 hours is what's fallen the most in the last 24 hours. What's on sale? I look at this list and I see like things that pop out: SYS coin, Cloak coin, Walton, especially Walton. What else? No Limit coin, especially No Limit coin. This isn't professional trading advice, but I like this. I like this entry point. But yeah, let's move on. We've got a lights show. If it's too much, if it's moving too quickly, it can be slowed down. Let me know if you thought it was too much, if you liked it. I'm not sure. Let's move on. So trading can be risky. Let's have a look at this. This is a pretty popular meme that was created. The strategy quite well personified in this image of hodling versus trading. So you can just hold your Bitcoin, you can hold your coins and slowly get there, or you can try and trade. And you can, like, if you did it successfully, yes, you can, you're way up. But you've also got so much more risk. So much more risk. A lot of the people who will get into day trading will, obviously try it and then realize, nope, hodling was better. The saying is that 90% of people that day trade lose money. Out of the 10% that do, only 1% can do it consistently. If you're that good to do it consistently, then all credit to you. Otherwise, you may have been better off holding. It's up to you to decide. The number one tip you'll hear when it comes to cryptocurrency is don't sell your entire position ever. So I know someone, true story, they mined a ton of Litecoin back in the day. They sold all of it at like $12 or $14. They bought a nice house. So it was a pretty good deal. But if they had kept it, they'd be a multi-millionaire now. So while it is important to take some profit sometimes, number one trading tip is don't sell it all. Here's an interesting piece of news. I talk about the US government a lot because it kind of affects the rest of the world sometimes, especially when it comes to this. US national debt tops 20 trillion for the first time. That's totally unsustainable. You can't continue to run a country into the ground debt-wise. You every year you pile on way more debt than you actually earn is totally unsustainable, and another financial crash will be imminent if something doesn't change. Donald Trump said he will come into the office before he was elected, of course, and said that should he be elected, within 8 years, he's going to eradicate U.S. national debt. He's more likely to double it, according to a lot of people. He signed something to legally allow, it was illegal to have more than $19.8 trillion of debt. He signed legislation removing that limit, and now we're at 20.1 trillion. Now, the states have kind of like a domino effect. Should they go down, you can best believe most of the world is going to hurt for it. I don't think Bitcoin would be immune to it, but it may do much better than national currencies. I don't think Bitcoin is going to solve all these problems, but it offers an alternative to everyone. It offers an alternative to corrupt government policies in conjunction with central banking. There's this famous quote by Henry Ford, which says, "It is well that..." It's gone dark again. There we go. "It is well that people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system, for if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning." And it's true that a lot of people don't know how money works. I didn't. I had to really look into it. When I started getting into Bitcoin, I realized before I go any further, I need to understand more about how money works. And that was really eye-opening. This is another reason why I feel it's too late now to stop Bitcoin. There's too many people with too much to gain from Bitcoin's success. It's true that you can't trust people to act altruistically, but I personally trust people to act not selfishly. You could say that, but I trust people to do what's in their best interests. So I think Bitcoin's here to stay. Now, with that exact saying in mind, here's someone who is extremely altruistic and doesn't have an agenda whatsoever. Chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase & Co. says Bitcoin is a fraud. Now, this person stands to lose absolutely nothing by Bitcoin's success. No. This statement is purely out of the goodness of his heart. He doesn't want to see you lose money. This is why he's saying it. This man, you can't see his wings or his halo because the picture cuts it off, but he is a hero, an absolute hero. And yeah, what a great man. Sorry guys that this episode took long today. Try and get them done faster in future. The OnG social ICO is ongoing for an extra week due to the popularity of the project. It's been extended. The link's still down below. If you do want to invest, I do advise you do your own research. I personally am very excited about this project. I may talk more about it in future. I haven't really talked about it, but I am very excited about it. If you do want to check it out, do have a link, 30% bonus on your order. It's in the description below. You know, not the descriptions to the left or the right. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.